Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. Today it is Motivational Monday, April 17th, 2023. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I certainly did. My nieces came over on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. And it's really great that they're very supportive of my weight loss journey. Every time they see me, they're like, wow, Uncle Tony, you are looking great. And hey, let's go for a walk. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Because now I can play with them and do things with them that I couldn't do before. So it's really, really great to see that they're really digging it and they love me enough that they're trying to keep me going, to keep me losing weight. And so they're one of the reasons why I wanted to start this journey to begin with. It's because of them, to be able to do things with them that I haven't been able to do when I was much bigger. So today, Motivational Monday, we're going to look at this Today Show episode. If you've ever watched the Today Show, I've watched it sparingly, but this guy apparently lost 475 pounds. That's right around where I'm at right now, my size, my whole size. I'm a little heavier than that still, but this guy lost me, all right? So it's very different when I say that I've lost 180 pounds. A good muscular man can say, wow, you lost me, Big T. Like, that's a lot of weight. But when I'm here still at 490 pounds, 480 pounds, whatever I'm at, I don't remember. It was like a week ago when I last weighed myself. Um, that's something else. So that's like you lost a whole obese fat man. All right. That's a lot of weight. So we're going to react to this, and hopefully it's motivational for you to want to keep fighting and to let you know that if you're that big that you can lose that weight. You can do it. Whether you go the surgery route, whether you take some other route and you can do it on your own, or you do keto or whatever diet that you choose to do, that's perfectly fine. That's your own business, right? Actually, had somebody tell me not too long ago that they do not respect people who got weight loss surgery. It's like, seriously, are you really going to play that kind of game with people? Like, one, weight loss surgery is not an easy process. It's not the easy way out. And also, it's like if people decide to do that to save their lives, like they're making a monumental change in their life. They could never again eat the amount of food that they could eat before. It's a big change. It is something you have to commit yourself to for the rest of your life. There's things that I cannot do for the rest of my life, such as have soda, such as have alcohol. Those are things that I cannot have, right? So you're making big changes. So surgery is not something that we should just act like that it's no big deal. You cheated. You went the easy way. No, I did not go the easy way. So if you decide to get surgery, like don't listen to those people out there who make it sound like that I'm not going to respect you because you had surgery, or surgery is the wrong way to go about it. It's like if you are desperate enough and you're like on death's door and you just figure out like I cannot do this on my own. I need a little help. Go get weight loss surgery. It's a tool that will help you. And along with that, hopefully that you can get counseling and be part of a comprehensive program like I was, that will just take the burden off your shoulders and teach you how to eat again, right? You can get the counseling that you need to help overcome your eating disorders or your emotional eating or the trauma that you went through or whatever it is that made you want to eat in the first place. So it's very, very important, right? Like if you are 600, 700 pounds and you think there's no other option and you can't even get out of bed, it's like, take that option. Take that option. It's right there for you. So anyways, let's see how this guy did it.
A bigger person, but my weight started ballooning in my late 20s when I moved away from my parents. There was no one to hold me accountable, and I turned to food and alcohol to make me feel better, no matter what mood I was in. I could still function and play sports, so I didn't think my weight was a problem. I continued eating fried foods, fast foods, breads, soda, and alcohol. But by my 38th birthday, I weighed 651 pounds.
Yeah, that's similar to my own story because I played football when I was younger. I was always the big kid, right? I was always the bigger guy. I was also funny, so people liked hanging out with me. So it's not like, oh, there's the fat kid. I mean, The girls didn't give me any attention, but other than that, like most people liked me. So I played sports, I played football, I got along with the jocks, I got along with every other group. Like there was no discrimination when it came to me and who I would hang out with. Like I loved everybody, and I still do. So I mean, it's just one of those things where if you're getting bigger and bigger, but you play sports, you sort of think, well, I need to be this big, right? I'm a defensive tackle. Like, I need to be big. I need to work out. I need to stay strong. And then, of course, before we played football, like the day before, we had these carb loading days where we just eat tons of pasta and spaghetti to get us ready for the game, to give us all that energy to burn off. So it's just one of those things, you play sports, you think, all right, my life is not too limited by it. Actually, I'm getting by because of my weight. I'm able to play football and be good at it and do all these other things. And um, so you're really not going to see the consequences of that until later. And something that actually happened is I tore a ligament in my right knee playing football, and that sort of like kicked me out. Like I could not play football ever again because of that knee injury. It did heal, but it didn't heal right, and decades later, it still bugs me. So it's just one of those situations where I got injured, I couldn't play football, but the consequence of my weight causing that injury still impacting me to this day because of my size. It's just been like one of those lifelong consequences that you don't think will happen.
And developed a blood infection that caused severe swelling and ulcers in my legs. The symptoms only got worse from my weight, and I met with a surgeon to discuss a sleeve gastrectomy. He told me bluntly that if I didn't change my lifestyle, I probably wouldn't make it into my early 40s. I was stunned by his prognosis. My brother and sister were expecting a daughter, and I wanted to be around for my niece. I needed to drop 100 pounds in 6 months for my surgery. My surgeon set me up with a dietitian and told me if I didn't.
Wow, this guy sounds a lot like me. I had to lose 100 pounds before my surgery. I had 6 months to do it, just like him. He talks about how his sister was having a little girl, just like my sister had three little girls. And it's like, motivation. Like, you got to find those things in your life to motivate you. It's like, hey, I don't want to be this big anymore. My obesity is causing these problems. He talked about infections and ulcers and all these other problems from his obesity. And so that drove him to want to get weight loss surgery, which he got the sleeve gastronomy, which is what I had. So is this guy me? Like, is this guy me in the future going on the Today Show? Maybe, hopefully I can be on the Today Show.
Lose the weight, he'd cancel my surgery. I took his words to heart and immediately replaced bad foods and alcohol with vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins. I also went on 3-mile walks around my neighborhood every day. The first 3 months were really tough. I was constantly fighting urges and cried myself to sleep many nights. But the morning of my surgery in December 2016, I weighed 555 pounds.
See, that's what they don't tell you about that journey, is that a lot of people do cry themselves to sleep because they just can't stop thinking about food. Like, it's become such an addiction to them that it just drives every fiber of their being. And when they have to diet and they try to do it on their own, this is before he had surgery, like, there's a lot of emotional turmoil there. So there was that emotional turmoil for me before my surgery and even after my surgery, because then that drive to eat was gone, but I didn't have food to help me cope with things anymore. So I had to learn how to cope with things the right way.
I was disappointed about the last 5 pounds, but nonetheless went into my surgery. Over the next few months, I dropped 60 pounds, but plateaued at around 350 pounds. Then I discovered running. I ran my first 5K in honor of a friend who recently passed away, and I felt so much love and support from the people cheering me on and other runners that I kept at it. I've now run 36 races, lost more than 450 pounds, and am now training for my first marathon in October. I finally feel like I'm living life to the fullest.
And now let's meet him and see his transformation. Carlos, come on out.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, look at you. Wow. It's so nice to see you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow.
We're celebrating.
Mark,
Yes,
you look
we
great.
are.
How do
Yeah.
you feel?
I feel wonderful. I feel absolutely wonderful.
That guy looks great. He looks phenomenal. To be as big as I was and to get down to there, like part of me has always thought throughout this journey is like, I don't see myself being skinny, skinny. And when I mean that, I mean like his size, like in normal size. I don't mean like skinny, like super skinny. That's not what I mean. That's not the goal of this channel, is to say that everybody needs to be skinny, but healthy. So when I think about myself, I'm like, I'm probably always going to have a little bit of weight, just a little bit of weight on me. Might be 200, might be 250, somewhere right around there is my goal. I never saw myself losing that amount of weight to where he's at. Probably because I've never been that size. I've never been a normal size, so it's like hard for me to imagine myself anything other than having a little weight on me. But that's definitely the goal right there. If I can do it, if I can look like him and go from where I was to that and lose the 450 pounds that this guy lost, like that would be phenomenal. I would love to do that. So we'll see what happens.
You know, we were, listening to that story before we went to commercial break. You weighed 651 pounds at your heaviest.
Yes.
And how do you feel now?
I feel like a new person, really. I have been blessed with a second chance, another opportunity.
Is that the way it feels, like you've been blessed with a second chance?
Yes, and I realize that not everybody has that second opportunity to do it, and that's really what it feels like to me, a chance to do things the right way this time.
Now, I had a gastric bypass, and you have to, it's a journey to come to that point to make that radical decision.
Yes.
What was it for you? What was the turning point for you that said, this is what I have to do?
The turning point was just the health issues that kept mounting that I was having. I knew that I wasn't getting any better. My legs were my biggest point. And then it came to the point where, my sister and brother-in-law were expecting, and life started to, kick in and say I needed to be around for a long time because I was going to be an uncle.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time on this channel, right? What is your rock bottom moment? And when I do my big talks with Big T, like one of the first things I ask people is, what was your rock bottom moment? When did you realize that you needed to make a change? Not everybody had to get to 600 pounds before they realized that there was something wrong. Like when I talked with Kayla Shea, she was not that big comparatively. To her, she was like, huge. She was like, I can't let myself get worse. And so, but she never got 300 pounds, right? So, I mean, she was still overweight. She did realize she needed to change. She was starting to get health issues. Once that pre-diabetes starts setting in and you're like, wow, if I don't change something, I'm actually going to get full-blown diabetes here. And that's a scary thing. So for him, yeah, it's like his rock bottom moment was his health issues, his body continually deteriorating the bigger he got. And then when he found out he was going to be an uncle, he's like, this is it for me. Like, I got to change right now. I want to be there for my niece.
And that's, it's those little things like that make you realize that doing things the wrong way is almost a little bit selfish because there's people who care about you and people that need.
And that's the thing, too, because a lot of these fat acceptance people make it about themselves. It's all about them. And say, well, I don't owe anybody health. You don't think you do? You don't think you owe anybody health. You don't think you owe your parents who brought you into this world health, to live a long, healthy life, to be able to outlive them? You don't think those of you who have kids, we see a lot of horrible parents on My 600-Pound Life who their kids can't have a life because they're busy taking care of their fat mom or dad. It's like, you don't think you owe your kids health? You don't think you owe your friends health, people who want to hang out with you, people who love you and care about you, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, the people around you? You don't think you owe anybody else health? It's not about you. That's selfish thinking. And the worse you get, the bigger you get, the more your health starts deteriorating. That's selfishness. You're hurting everybody else. Everybody else has to rally around to take care of you. And that's the ultimate selfishness. So if you want to stay selfish and you don't care about what anybody else thinks, you don't care about how long people get to live with you, how much they have to take care of you and all that stuff, then stay fat. But it's not about you. It's about everybody else too. I should say it's not just about you. It is about you. But it's not just about you. It's about everybody else too.
Need you around.
And you get to that point, but I'd imagine once you sign up to do the surgery, it's scary. Were you
scary.
nervous?
Absolutely. It's a complete life-changing, procedure. To try to recondition your thought process, your eating process, everything to this new way, something that you've been used to your entire life, is a huge change.
You didn't just have.
Yeah, and he just said it, right? It is life-changing. It is life-altering. It is not an easy process. You're going to have to change everything about yourself, the way you eat, the way you think about food. Like, you have to get your mind right first, too. And usually a lot of people have to lose weight before their surgery. This guy had to lose 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. So, I mean, that's part of it. So if you're going to disrespect people who got weight loss surgery and act like it's the easy way out, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Have the surgery, just like Mr. Roker here, you changed your diet dramatically after that surgery. I would assume. And we got some of your favorites here.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely went from a diet of, pretty much fast food, high carb intake before that too. A lot of healthier eating, a lot of chicken. I eat chicken quite often. Granola bars here in general. I like to know what I'm eating now, rather stay away from the processed foods as much as possible. Prior to the surgery, I cut out everything that was a vice and a go-to for me before, like the fried foods, the fast foods, breads, alcohol, soda. I cut it out completely on my diet. And that's what helped me lose, the 100 pounds prior to my surgery.
Do you miss it at all, or is this a whole new lifestyle?
I did at first, and because they were go-tos for me, they were my constants. But as the time has passed, it's I begin to realize that I don't really need them. I can still do without them.
And now you start losing the weight, and you find this passion for running.
Yes.
Was that kind of your outlet? I mean, a lot of us who have that obsession because we put it into food, we have to find something to channel it into.
Yeah, I mean that's something else too. It's like once you have this obsession with food and you cut that out of your life, you're gonna find another thing to do, right? You're gonna have more mobility, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna feel much better. And so the best thing to do is to channel that into exercise. You're gonna find a passion. Maybe it's working out and building muscle, maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's running like this guy, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's other sports that you want to get into. Like take that obsession to food and channel it into something else. And once you start feeling better, you're going to do that. Like I started walking last week. I know I was waiting for some more nice warmer weather to come in. Once it finally hit, I was like, I need to get out there and do it. So I was afraid to get out there and do it because I have bad knees. I was worried about falling down, what the neighborhood kids were going to think about me. So just getting out there and walking, it was a difficult thing, but I got up and I did it. And then I continually did it consistently. The only time I didn't do it was yesterday because Sundays are going to be rest days as God intended. And so I'm going to take Sundays off and rest. But every other day of the week, including Saturday, I'm going to be lifting weights. I'm going to be walking. Today it's 33 degrees and snowing out. Can you believe it? Like we just had 80-degree weather and sunny like most of last week, and today it's 33 and snowing. I mean, really. So am I going to get out there and walk? I'm going to have to. Like I'm already thinking of excuses not to. It's like, oh, it's too cold out there. I don't feel like going out there, blah, blah, blah. But I can do it. I can do it. Like I'm not going to use excuses anymore. I still need to work out. Even if I get on the exercise bike, like I need to do something. I need to keep building these muscles up. I need to let this become my new obsession. Working out, getting stronger, getting healthier, and looking better.
Was it running for you?
Well, the running kind of happened just by chance. I had a friend who had passed away, and his wife put a team together to do a run walk, a 5K, to honor him. So it was like, it's a great idea. It's coinciding right after the surgery, so I've never done one before. Let's give it a shot. So I did it and ended up walking the 3 miles and finished in about an hour and a half. And
you finished.
I finished, and she was there waiting for me at the finish line, and it was just the atmosphere of the pre-race and the post-race. Everybody was just so supportive that it really made me want to just continue to do them. So I went, from walking them to running them, and now, about 37 races later, I've done
37 races to prove it.
37 races later, I've done.
And that's another thing too, is like you don't have to do something on your own. You can find another group of people who will be supportive of you, who will cheer you on. Just like when I started this YouTube channel, I do get a few hate comments from every now and then, but 99% of it from you guys is nothing but love and support. And so I started posting those shorts of me walking, and I started to think, wow, these guys are getting sick of me just posting shorts of me walking. Like, why do they care so much? But most of you were like, this is awesome. We love it. You're inspiring us. Like, you're bigger than I am, and I needed the push to start walking, and I see you doing it, and now I'm out there doing it. And so that's amazing. Like, you can join a community of people who are going to exercise, who are going to do the things that you like to do, who are going to support you. And now I had a subscriber message me and was like, we should get a group of people going together. And I know we all don't live in the same area, but if we can encourage each other to keep walking. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. Like we'll just start a chat or something where we can all just get together and talk about hey, I walked today. Yay, congratulations, keep going. Like we can support one another. That's why I created a Discord channel so that we can keep each other accountable, so we can keep working on it. There's channels for exercise, for weight loss, for diets, all that stuff in there. So if you want to join my Discord, look below. There's a link So there's all kinds of ways that we can encourage and support one another if you want to be on this journey with us. You don't have to be 600 pounds. You don't have to be 400 pounds. You can be 200 pounds and decide, hey, I got like 10 pounds I need to lose. Maybe it's reunion season or something, or maybe somebody you know is having a wedding. Like my pastor is getting married this week, not this week, in June. Okay, I totally blanked on the date. But yeah, it's like there's all kinds of reasons to want to get in shape, to look better, and to feel better.
3 half marathons, and I'm training for my first full marathon this coming October.
Sitting next to you, you know, there are a lot of people when they lose weight, they throw everything away. They don't want to look at any old pants. They don't want to look at any old clothes. But you've kept a pair of jeans sitting next to you.
I held on to one thing that I wanted to.
You want to keep it?
Everything else was thrown away, was literally burnt just because I wanted to be done with it.
That was a heck of a fire.
Yeah, so,
I know the feeling.
we could have had a really good time.
Can you stand up, Carlos, and hold those pants next to you?
So you kept this one pair.
Yes.
What size are they?
These are size 78 waist.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Jeez.
And
You could fit into one leg in that.
I do get into one leg of these
And still
jeans,
have
yes.
room.
Yeah, and still have room.
That is
You
fantastic.
have to be proud of yourself.
It's humbling.
Congratulations, Carlos.
It's very humbling.
Carlos, thank you so much.
This is a journey, so
Good luck.
congratulations on it.
Thank you very much.
And to learn more about Carlos's story, you can head to thirdhourtoday.com, and we'll be right back.
All right, so that's the video for today. I really hope that this guy's story was very inspiring to you, and it's proof that you can do it, right? Every success story that we look at on Motivational Monday is absolute proof that you can do it, you can lose the weight, you can find motivation with anything going on in your life. You can find people to support you, to join you, to jump in with you. I mean, you don't have to do this on your own. That's why the Big T Bariatric community is here. That's why I started a Discord. That's why I have Facebook. That's why we're trying to do what we can to create just a larger group of people who want to support one another. Even if you only got 10 pounds to lose, you don't have to be morbidly obese to join our family here. And there's other groups. There's Facebook groups, support groups. There's all kinds of things all over the place. You can go online and find a group of people who are like you, who just go walking on this such a day. You can find people who want to do what you want to do so you don't have to do it alone. And so, anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. God bless you.